Alright.
So, when adapting The Hobbit, my favorite scene was, of course, when Bilbo Baggins is strapped to the back of a whippet that's painted like a cheetah, and it's running really fast. So I made sure that we couldn't cut it to my adaptation.
God damn it! GG, why would you do this? Nobody's gonna know what the fuck we're talking about!
That's why you include the GIF.
I can't!
Video.
That is exactly why I did it.
Just put a link to it in the description.
Oh my fucking god. Oh, okay. Fucking asshole.
By the way, in this shot with Frodo running around a darkened place, he looks like very young Yoda. This is tiny lightsaber.
The fact that Frodo Baggins eventually becomes Master Yoda was my favorite detail from the Silmarillion. So I made sure to foreshadow it here.
God damn it!
In my Hobbit movie.
I wanna fucking kill you.
Peter Jackson's slowly becoming George Lucas as I talk him to.
Well,
like a horrible fusion of George Lucas and the crazy lady whose name I keep trying to forget.
yeah.
Applegate? Applegate, yeah, let's go with that.
J.K. Rowling?
Rolling.
No, it's Applegate, clearly.
Clearly.
Oh.
Isn't Applegate the one who did the Animorphs, which I have been informed is the darkest series of all time?
Damn it! Read it for yourself!
It is indeed the darkest series.
Steve is the Steve and Ray's are the only people I can talk to about this series.
Yeah, it's about as dark as in comparison, it's about as dark as Crash Bandicoot is to Dark Souls.
So you're saying it's the Monster Hunter of books?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
fucking god. There's a way to open a fucking video.
Look, I really just want to see Visser 3 with Will's voice.
That's fair. Also, look, spiders.
Yay!
I have to kill them, I'm sorry.
When I get up, first thing I do, spiders.
Why are you doing spiders?
Is look around for something to chew. It's spiders.
That's Blake's job.
Feeding myself is very, very tricky because you see, I'm ridiculously picky. Spiders.
Spiders.
My face hurts.
Like a whippet painted to look like a cheetah. Face hurts.
Oh, look at these
Suddenly,
tiny
epic music.
I hope my sword can cut them.
They're spiders. They have to let you know that they're spiders, so the music is epic.
Seriously?
There's tiny spiders.
Music lasted for 5 seconds.
Spiders!
They don't exist
Spooky,
anymore.
scary spiders.
You're gonna notice eventually. There it is. There's the little fucker. See this little green bastard?
So that's what Minecraft ripped off.
Little cave spider action for you.
This is why I need the antidote potion. Because that little fuck. Damn you!
He envenomates, damn it.
Whatever he does it, and he's an asshole.
Envenomation.
Look at how nasty that shit is. It is absolutely killing me.
Jesus. It's eating your health.
In a stunning subversion of expectations, spiders are venomous.
Spiders are venomous. The green and the... You can tell which ones are venomous. It's the green, the bright green ones, and later on, there's going to be big red ones.
Now,
I mean, in the spiders' defense,
luckily,
they are advertising that they are the venomous ones.
luckily, it's just the venomous spiders right now. Later, you're gonna have to deal with the poisonous spiders, and trust me, they are no picnic.
Yeah, you can't eat
Well,
them,
they're
it's a
fine
bummer.
as long as you don't eat them.
Or touch them.
Yeah, but why would you not eat the spiders?
Or rub their blood in your eyes.
That is a good point.
I mean, that's practically a compulsion for a hobbit, is to pick up a spider and just take a big bite.
That's what they do with most
When
things.
adapting The
I mean,
Hobbit to
aren't
screen,
things
I
Goombas
really
just
wanted
touch
to
you and you-
capture how the hobbits eat spiders all the time.
Since Goombas touch you when you die in Mario, does that mean Goombas are poisonous?
Yes.
Kind of.
They have poisonous skin.
They're mushrooms.
Like
after
frogs. Goombas are frogs.
One of the earliest dinosaurs, we now realize that Goomba is poisonous, spitting venom
its
at
venom at its prey.
Making it a beautiful but deadly addition to Jurassic Park.
all. Deadly addition to Mario, damn it.
Mario Park.
Mario Park.
Remember when the T-Rex just wanted you guys to get out of the car?
Look, she just wanted to play a game with us.
Muldoon appears in on his rifle, about to pull the trigger. Then he hears "Ring ha!"
No!
Meow.
Blang.
Oh.
Ha!
Son of a bitch.
It's hit with an egg from half across the fucking scenery. It's like, bullshit, they counter snipe!
And instead of the T-Rex scene, it's just Bowser.
It's just Bowser. Okay, so we're in Goblin Caves, and in the Goblin Caves in The Hobbit, they were actually, like, they actually made a reference that they had slaves, but they never showed it. Here's
Oh, yeah.
Balfour is one of them. They're actually kind of using that from the book.
the service of 100 dwarves or 1,000 elves.
Or one really big guy.
The first time I recorded
Very
this
well.
scene, I walked
Go
up
down into the
to
mines
Balfour,
and find a
and we
large
had this
gate.
conversation
Bribe
entirely
Oak's guardian,
silently.
He'll open it. When you get
There
through
were
that
no
gate, climb up to
there
the
were no
jail.
subtitles,
That's
there
where
were
they
no
take me
voice
when I finish my
acting.
work on
It
the
was
mining
just them
contractions.
gesturing at each other.
Free me.
That happens sometimes when I try to skip the boring dialogue sections in Fallout 4. The characters just keep looking at each other for like 4 solid minutes where dialogue would be, but there's no text on the screen, there's no dialogue, and like nobody's mouths are moving.
They're just staring
Just
awkwardly at
stuck
each other.
there as if you were watching the shitty dialogue. And it's like, thanks, that defeats the purpose of having a skip button, you realize.
Okay, this is my life now. I have a cat in my lap.
But you realize that's not a bug, that's a feature.
What's that noise? Goblins.
But I kind
The
of wanted
feature
to
of
keep
bad
it in.
game design.
I kind of wanted to keep it in, but I decided to edit it out. But it was really funny. Just watch them gesture at each other.
Also, off topic, when my cat likes it when I use my finger and my thumb and just grab his 2 canine teeth and just put them there.
Weird.
Whoa, Ched, did you just turn into gems? Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! Oh!
I'm
I knew I shouldn't go to Todd Howard's School of AI Design.
I'm using kidney stone at them.
I love how they reach forward and try to snap at you even though they can't reach you.
Oh, they can. They absolutely
Yeah.
can. Their hitboxes
They're-
suck.
Yeah.
You weren't here for it, but their
They have the
hitboxes are
hitbox of a Plesioth.
exactly.
Oh, if they did that, this entire cavern wouldn't be safe.
If they wanted to touch me, they could touch me.
Jesus.
But
They're like Poison Ivy after she became a furry.
what the fuck?
We watched
That's
Batman vs. TMNT last night.
Ah, okay.
Did she
That
become
makes sense.
A leaf.
I love how
Begins on
Harley.
me.
I love how Harley became a wolf in that movie.
Damn it!
Wasn't she? Oh,
Odd-looking
you're
contraption.
doing
I'm
it
being
on
a dick.
purpose to be an asshole.
Yes.
I heard she was a coyote.
She's a hyena.
She has a blunt snout and gigantic teeth that are the focus of every frame with her. She's a
Why
hyena.
would Harley, a character who is always seen with her pet hyenas, turn into a hyena? That makes no sense.
See, now, what she didn't understand is it's actually a fox.
Why would the
Pathetic fox.
clown-themed supervillain turn into an animal that's known for its laugh?
Okay, I'm down here. That's fine. Didn't get down here the way I wanted to get down
Oh,
here, but I'm
shit.
down.
Armored goblin.
He sucks. It's fine.
Oh my god, the goblins have armor now.
Mine are the hottest pants of all!
Also, they have bombs in their assholes. They're Tig.
I'm glad we never explored that aspect of his character.
The fact that Tig loved hot pants?
Yes.
Yes.
That one.
That.
Well, there's always that one grandpa who thinks he looks good and everything.
I just want
Somebody's
one
drawing
goblin
Tig
who
in
has
hot
the word
pants.
gypsy written on his hot pants.
I don't know why I just slowly looked at the bomb, but
You did it twice.
it's like, you fuck.
Also, fun fact: there is a JoJo character in Part 7 named Hot Pants.
Of course there is.
That doesn't surprise me because it's JoJo.
And she's actually pretty androgynous and is fully clothed.
Is she even wearing hot pants?
No.
See, now that's fun. That sounds
Why
like
would
JoJo.
a JoJo character's name make any kind of sense?
Exactly. Yeah,
Completely fair.
that looks exactly on point for JoJo.
JoJo character designs, from what I've seen, aren't so much about cutting clothes short as just cutting odd holes in clothes in places you wouldn't expect.
It's more like the author has a huge boner for fashion magazines, so makes all his character designs look really weird to emulate that.
That's fair.
Yep.
Like he did an entire art set in Italy just because so he'd satiate his giant boner for classical Renaissance Italian art.
Get off the fucking ladder! You little
And then
bastard!
he had an Italian chef character do an entire episode where he just serves the character's food to satiate his boner for Italian food.
I like this that he just runs at me and then runs away, and then
No.
kind of walks away like, oh, fine, I can't reach you.
This Arcanist hit me.
You cannot defeat me, my hot pants are too hard!
I don't know why the goblins have hot pants. And I wish you had pointed it out.
It's simple, they all want to form a special bond of Gamera, and are hoping that if they dress the part, they'll live it.
Oh god.
Damn it.
Like, we also noticed that they have fucking red caps. They're red caps. Red caps wearing hot pants.
Lillian, I've only ever seen one person who can rock hot pants.
Todd Howard.
No, no, we don't want to see that.
In
No,
Fallout 76, everyone will wear hot pants.
no, thank you. No, thank you.
Alas, although my pants were hot, my heart was cold.
I was an adventurer like you until I took some hot pants to the crotch.
Oh, good, freeze rocks.
No, that's what Todd Howard comes out in.
Freeze rocks, also
No,
known
no.
as ice cubes.
Hot pants is Todd Howard's domination sphere.
Oh no, he's T-posing.
He
That is
T-poses.
dominance.
He's trying to intimidate you by T-posing.
It's fine, I'll
To
just-
accept the inevitable.
I'll just smack him in the crotch with my stick.
So Todd
Oh.
Howard comes out in hot pants and a mask saying, "I am the 76th executioner," and then brings you up in stupid death traps.
See, now weirdly, I'd respect him more for that. Not this strange abomination that lives in his skin today.
You know, it's just a matter of time before he makes Sword Art Online.
It'd be more funny if you weren't right.
Fucking Bethesda.
Fucking Bethesda. Yeah. That's enough bugs to be a Bethesda game.
Whoever's working on the Elder Scrolls Online, like elsewhere though, that was a really fucking good gif. With the cat hissing back at the dragon.
See, it's because they're not really done by Bethesda. They hand it off to another studio.
That's
Yeah, a good animation studio that's like, These are some fun visuals. What if we told a good story with it?
Yeah.
You know, unlike the video game it's coming from.
Hey, I don't
Staying
know.
up at a menacing dragon. Is that furry medicine?
Yes.
You can do what you want to be, but you'll never take my beanie!
These goblins are kicking your ass.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. It's
Oh, yeah.
because I'm just swinging at them like an idiot. I'm supposed to be actually fighting them, but I think it was like 2 o'clock in the morning when I was recording this, and I was
How
just
am I
done.
supposed to lower this bridge? Those barrels might be useful.
Oh, hey,
Shroom up.
explosives!
Shroom up for Bilbo. Shroom up.
Thank you for standing by the explosives, dumbass.
Oh, why was I pounding on that explosive barrel?
Bilbo, pick up the barrel. Thank you. Jesus.
Hey.
Hooray.
Now strap the barrel to a lippet and let it ride.
Like,
Oh my god, these
Hey,
things.
you gotta paint the whippet like a cheetah first.
exactly.
Otherwise it won't go fast.
So basically, painting anything like a cheetah works on orc logic. It automatically makes it faster.
Racing
Yes.
stripes, yeah.
Put a chip in the engine to make it sound better.
So did you see all of my health go away because of those things?
Yeah,
It
they're
did.
bullshit.
It just left, yeah. No more health for me. Bilbo, stop.
This is just a Plesioth breeding area.
Yeah, and I murdered all of them, so good.
Yep.
I murder them so you don't have to.
Damn it, dog.
Oh, that angry video game nerd has such fun quotes.
There we go, camera. Behind me, thank you. Where you're useful.
Man, I just wish he wasn't such an angry Joe, though.
Ah!
Yeah.
Wow, this thing is
A
different.
real fucking cinema stomp he is.
Yeah. What a Todd in the shadows.
You know what he could stand to be more? He could stand to be more nostalgic chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Letter Media.
Oh my god. Alright. Yeah. If you didn't guess it already, the goblins just kind of took this place from the dwarves, and the dwarves have all of this stupid machinery that doesn't do anything because they're dwarves and they're stupid.
What does it do? It goes around in circles.
I mean, obviously this is a puppy mill.
Why is it obviously a puppy mill?
I mean, that's how you make puppies.
Well, TC, you say that, in the Lord of the Rings RTS, there is, they do capture baby dragons to
Where do you
puppy
think all the bark barks and woof woof come
The
from?
bark barks and woof woof. Exactly.
Yeah,
The inbred bark barks had to come from something. God damn it.
Goblins have to rescue the baby dragons to appease the Dragon Lord to get on the side.
You're thinking of Spyro.
No, that's literally from the from Battle for Middle Earth 2. There's a mission where you have to save baby dragons to appease the Dragon Lord so he joins your side.
Drogoth. You do that for Drogoth, so he joins the goblins.
Wait, aren't the
That's kinda
goblins supposed to be
sweet.
the bad guys?
Yeah, well, the
So are
goblins
the
in
dragons.
that game basically have almost all the cool ass monsters.
Yeah, goblins
Like
have
the only
all the
thing they
weird...
don't have is I think Fell Beast and fucking and Oliphants.
Yeah. They also don't get mountain trolls, but they have cave trolls.
No, they ain't mountain giants. That's their siege weapon.
Trolls, mountain trolls. Mountain giants are different.
Yeah. It's all about the size of the cock, Kay.
They're different because they're different.
Well, they're different in terms of the game because mountain giants have like 40 feet on a troll.
Because they're different, right?
Yeah. Because we're racist.
Thank you for throwing the rock at the one that is not right in front of me, game. I appreciate that.
Jesus!
No matter how many rocks you throw, your pants will never be this hot!
Well, their pants are extra hot because now they're on fire.
Wait,
No
you're
matter
throwing rocks that explode.
Exactly.
Are you the Herculoids?
Yes.
No matter how many of us you kill, our thong game is amazing.
When adapting The Hobbit, I thought we have to make sure that every rock Bilbo throws explodes, like Master Shake on Aqua Teen Hunger Force, because that's true to Tolkien's vision.
We know this because we talked to a young Mikhail Bay.
Oh my god. I hate you a little bit for that one.
Quran producer, as in.
You got some Mikhail Bay, who's just Michael Bay in a beanie and hot pants with a lolly.
Oh my god, no.
Oh, I guess.
Yo, you meant lollipop. Oh, thank God.
That's her name.
I was.
It's funny because he's a pervert.
Funny because he's basically a pedophile.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Michael
yeah,
Bay. You sick fuck. You shouldn't be allowed to make movies.
sorry.
Should hit him with kidney stone.
If only.
Remember that commercial about...
Michael Bay's existence is why King of the Monsters got shit reviews.
Oop.
Probably.
Remember that commercial about something where you can quickly and easily cancel stocks if you see a stinker coming, and it's about a Michael Harbour production blowed up? Yeah, it's about George Takei sitting in the middle of the evil lair with a remote control, going eeny, meeny, miny, blow. And he pushes a button and random things all over the world just blow up.
See, I'd watch that.
Yeah, because it's George
And the
Takei.
tagline is, "This movie's gonna blow."
See,
The bigger question is how the fuck did Bay get George Takei?
exactly. George Takei has more class and style than that.
Also, Bay is kind of a bit of a homophobe.
A little bit, yeah.
And a racist.
Yeah, and Takei would take one look at that and go, haha, no. I have better shit to be in. Like this 2-second commercial, wiping my own ass.
Making fun of Michael Bay.
Exactly.
He won't appear in a Michael Bay movie, but he'll appear in a commercial satirizing Michael Bay movies.
Yes.
And that's how Michael Bay tricked him.
You understand. I
Could you
produced the
open this gate
commercial.
for me,
Ah.
sir? Please?
I really like
A
that
little
Bilbo goes
rabbit
up to this
got away
giant
from the
fucking
cooks.
goblin and
rat,
just says,
if you want
I'm
this
from
gun,
polite, he'll let me
you
through.
Bring me the wartstone from Crudley.
Surprisingly not, it kind of
You can
worked.
steal the wartstone from Crudley.
I don't think the goblins have ever had anybody be polite to them before.
Probably not.
And then, if you go into Crumbit's bedroom and go into the right bedstand, you'll find his diary. Get it for me and we can read it together and make fun of his personal dreams.
And if you want this extra 10k gold, give me the box from under his bed.
That's where he keeps his nudie mags, and I want them. Because I like nudie mags, on account of me being a freaky goblin who wears hot pants.
Bill was like, okay, I will not judge your life choices.
Speaking of Mr. Mikhail Bay, I did finally watch Bumblebee. Really good.
Yeah.
Let me off the goddamn wheel!
It has,
Yes, and then Scotha was trapped there, pushing the pain wheel, praying to Crom to give her revenge.
it says that Michael Bay had a hand in
Ollie
it,
the
but I
Barbarian.
can't see
Missing
it.
a lever.
Well, I mean, that's the thing about being a producer. Sometimes being a producer means that you're just as involved as a director, and other times it means that you're like, yeah, I'll put my name on it.
It's like there's like two places where I could feel a little bit of Bay. One was clearly he put some sort of mandate that X amount of characters had to die. You know,
Jeez.
so some people got killed.
What are we talking about now? My net gave out.
Bob
Bumblebee.
Denver.
What?
We're making fun of Michael Bay again.
Bumblebee movie. I said it's really good, and you can.
Yeah,
barely-
I'm disturbed by how good Bumblebee was.
Like, you can't feel any of Bay's clammy touch in it, except for maybe one or two places, and that is he clearly mandated that X amount of people had to die in a gruesome fashion.
But, you know, it was at least funny.
Yeah, exactly. At least served the plot. You know, instead of
These
just,
Earthlings are disgusting. Ooh. So.
oh hey, Decepticons actually use deception. I was flabbergasted by that.
Sir, are you sure we should trust these Decepticons?
Sure, why not? I don't see. That's
Oh,
just because of their name. What are you, a racist?
no, so their reasoning was, we'll backstab them first. The good old U.S.
Yeah. That makes sense then. Yeah.
Do you think these liar bads are on the up and up?
Get in! Take his head!
Now it would be really funny if the lawyer bads were on the up and up.
We actually
God
got
Oh yeah,
Damn
because it's in another
Jesus.
language.
Goddamn fucking Muppet
Also,
hole
it's not
bastards.
spelled like liar as in you're a liar. It's spelled like the liar as in the instrument.
I can ride
Oh,
that
they're just
whip
musical
now.
people. That's fine.
I love IDW's explanation for the Decepticon name, where it originally came from Megatron's slogan, "You are being deceived," about like what the government was doing to the people.
Yeah. There's a couple like really
So
good.
it's basically
origins.
Megatron's equivalent of Drain the Swamp.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
And so they start calling themselves the Swamp Drainers.
Doesn't have the same
Oh.
rating as Decepticons.
The grit lift.
Yeah. So
Where did
here's the point of
Autobots
this.
come from?
Right.
Autobots in IDW, Autobot is a slur that organic races have for Cybertronians. Coming from automaton and robot, the idea that Cybertronians don't actually have free will. And then Optimus Prime reclaimed it, saying that it could, it could also be for autonomous robots, robots with their own will and drive.
Wait. So you're saying Autobots is just a portmanteau of two words that mean the same thing?
Yes.
Well,
It's like Bionobots.
yeah.
It still sounds cool though. I extend that to
I mean,
Autobot.
Originally, Autobots is automotive bots because most of the Autobots were cars.
Stopped making sense after we realized they're aliens and they have to have alien reasons to be
Yes.
aliens.
Yes.
Essentially, they're car robots. Which is the title of a very obscure Transformers property.
Yeah. Is that the one with Skybite?
Yes.
I love Skybite.
Everyone fucking loves Skybite.
Mhm.
You don't love Skybite, you're wrong. When adapting The Hobbit, I made sure to include Skybite, the shark transformer from Car Robots. Because he's my favorite of J.R.R. Tolkien's characters.
As suggested
Fucking
by
God.
young
Might be starting
Mikhail
all their
Bay.
contraptions.
I would watch the
Oh,
hell
come
out
on.
of
Michael Bay doesn't know a single Transformers character name, and you know it.
I know.
He tried to refer to Brawl as Devastator.
It's because he's an idiot.
He just searched Transformers and hit the first one he found in his search engine.
That is implying Michael Bay did the work himself. He had an intern search it.
Yeah, this is true. The intern was really saucy that day, so he tried to switch Megatron with Optimus Prime. Their names, anyways. They got halfway through production before anyone noticed something was wrong.
All the characterization for most of the Bayformers comes in the form of comics.
The only time Michael Bay actually stepped into the writer's room was every week when he would routinely burst in there like Kramer on Seinfeld and say, "Make it more racist, sexist, and homophobic."
Also more American.
Oh my fucking god.
You gotta appeal to the Midwest.
If you're not deep-throating the flag, you're wrong.
Show me your scenes that hate women the most. And he briefly skims it. Not evil enough.
Okay.
God damn it!
here's
If the
Chromia
camera doesn't go straight up Megan Fox's asshole, I am losing my shit.
Okay. Here's Chromia getting her head blown off.
Thank you.
Have someone sex the corpse.
She's a triple parter. She survived. Don't tell May I said that.
Is she dead? Good. Have someone sex the corpse.
Oh,
Make it a black man. That way we can get a twofer.
Jesus.
None of these goblins heard of
That's
key
Michael
rings?
Bay.
This video doesn't get flagged. I don't know what will.
Oh, you think anybody in America gives a shit?
I don't even think Michael Bay would give a shit. He'd just
No.
laugh and be like, "Yep."
I'm so impressed you finally get me. Oh, I feel unclean now.
To be quite frank, you didn't make me racist enough.
I mean, if he said that, I'd say, Jesus, you're horrible, but at least you're honest.
Now you have to at least double the amount of racism in your jokes about me.
You're honestly horrible.
Honestly,
I can respect
horrible, yeah.
that.
Why haven't you run for office yet? Because I'm honest. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair. Can't go against your morals, even if you're a racist, sexist piece of shit.
It's not morals. It's just
Standards.
standard question mark.
Because professionals have standards.
Ugh.
Anyways, goblins.
Be polite. Be efficient. Have a plan to unflatteringly parody everyone you meet in one of your movies.
And let me wear my hot pants!
Also, it's abundantly clear that Republicans in Congress aren't professionals, so...
I'd say most politicians aren't professionals.
Now I bet you're wondering, why am I wearing off-white hot pants? And the answer is, we don't have a good laundromat.
God.
Okay, so every time you
Oh.
kill a goblin, they explode into dust and a number of gems.
Yes.
Are they crystal gems?
Yes.
Actually, every time you kill anything, it explodes into dust and gems, which is why J.R.R. Tolkien is the original Steven Universe writer.
Damn it. Oh dear.
We are the crystal gems.
Well, I mean,
We're
most of the fan
walking
base...
into Mordor to throw away the ring.
Well, I mean, most of the fan base thinks the diamonds are basically Sauron anyway, so...
And just like J.R.R. Tolkien, we have to throw our hands down and say, "It's not Hitler, damn it!" See, that joke is funny because J.R.R. Tolkien was very angry when people tried to make Lord of the Rings an allegory for the World War II. He was like, "It's not that, you piece of shit." And then he stabbed a guy and said, "Come at me, motherfuckers, I got the rage of Grendel in me." This is literal facts. Include it in your Tolkien essay.
Especially that last part, because
Yeah,
your
the last
teachers
part
don't
is
actually read your
really
essays.
And then his best friend C.S. Lewis, who showed up out of nowhere and rips off his shirt. Come at me, bro.
And he's got a picture of a lion on the cross tattooed on his chest.
Let's be honest though, C.S. Lewis would do that.
Here's the lever I need to fix that lip.
And then J.R. Tolkien rips his shirt off, and he's like, and it's emblazoned his World War One, or fuck, what war did he fight in? The 2 or 1?
I know he definitely. I'm pretty sure he fought in 1,
I'm pretty
but
sure.
he lived through 2.
Yep. I don't know if he fought in it, but I know that he lived
Anyway,
through
he
it.
has a war tattoos on his chest
Surrounded by an eagle.
and dog tags.
Wait, I'm confused. Is Sauron supposed to be George Bush or Mitt Romney?
Sauron is actually Ross Perot. You may not remember him, but he was very funny to make fun of in the 90s.
Richard Nixon. That's who he is.
Actually, Richard Nixon is Elrond. It's a very little known fact about Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Mama Crook. You're not Elrond.
Wait. Richard Nixon is Elrond as in Elrond Hubbard?
Yeah, and also Bob Dole was going to be in the book, but they cut him and changed all references to Radagast the Brown. So there you go.
My fucking god.
Also, apparently Aleister Crowley knew Elrond Hubbard, and Aleister Crowley thought Elrond Hubbard was a fucking asshole. It was kind of fucking hilarious.
Well, to be fair, Elrond Hubbard was way more successful with his cult than Crowley was with his.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I'm getting my ass kicked. That's fine.
These goblins are just destroying you.
They have the hottest of pants.
Their pants are too
These
hot for me.
goblins are barely even power walking after you.
You don't need to when each hit takes half your health.
They don't need to. My legs are tiny.
Yeah.
You're gonna need some fucking berries, man.
Yeah, you're gonna need some more kidney stones for them.
Bilbo needs a new fucking heart capsule.
Crapsel?
Yeah. Well, it's late. It's what it is.
That's fine. He needs some shrooms.
If I'm gonna die to these goblins in hot pants, I better be fucking high for it.
That's why the goblins are in hot pants, because he's high. They're not actually wearing hot pants, this is just what Bilbo sees.
Or is it? Or,
Also,
or are
those
they?
goblins you just killed weren't wearing hot pants, or wearing leather pants.
Oh, they're letter daddies.
They're wearing chaps.
They're daddies.
So when do you fight Senor Vorpal Kikaxo?
Well, you gotta get Krugbit's diary first.
So TT, for your Tolkien D&D game, what races would be available? From
You
the
are restricted to the races in, it has to be an equivalent of a Lord of the Rings race. So,
Can I be a Hooga?
no.
That's a hooga.
That's a long explanation. One time, a friend of mine on Tumblr asked me, to speculate about what dragons would have been mutated from in Tolkien's thing, because dragons, like orcs and trolls, weren't created. They were twisted and mutated from something.
It's perversions because Morgoth couldn't create; he could only
Yeah.
twist.
So there has to be something that was turned into a dragon. Now, I imagine if you asked Tolkien, he'd be like a snake, because as a good studier of myth and shit, he would know that dragon myths come from misidentified snakes, specifically giant pythons. So that would probably be the answer. But it's fun to be like, what if there was a good big dragony reptile out there that got twisted into a dragon by Morgoth, just like elves got twisted into goblins and shit. So I made them up, and then I used the name Hooga, which I made up when I was 3 years old, and was really sad that all stories about dragons had dragons as bad guys, and decided that if dragons have to always be evil, I'm going to make up something that's very similar to a dragon, but is always good, and it was called Hoogas. So, that's a Hooga. Anyway, for the Lord of the Rings campaign, for my Tolkien campaign, you'd be restricted to races that exist, that we can say exists in Tolkien's thing. So you're either a hobbit, an elf, a human, a dwarf, or an orc/goblin. Now, to make it a little bit more interesting, you can use either the elf stats or the half-elf stats for your elf character. You can use either the halfling stats or the gnome stats for your hobbit character. And then, use half-orc to play an orc character, and either a half-orc or a gnome or a halfling to play a goblin character. And then human stats for a human.
If I remember correctly, half-orcs did exist in Lord of the Rings, didn't they?
Yeah, they were Uruk-hai.
Oh, right.
But, the thing about half-orcs, my feeling about half-orcs in D&D is that someone wanted to make orcs a player race, but they were too fucking cowardly to,
actually have to confront the fact that making orcs normally always evil is kind of fucked up. So they made half orcs as a sort of consolation prize.
Kind
The half orc stats are orc stats. You're just being a dick. So
This is a
if you want to
stupid
play an
question.
orc character, you're gonna have to use the half orc stats.
This is a stupid question, but can I be a goblin girl?
Yeah.
I'm asking because there was like 2 female characters in all of this entire franchise.
And we're
Yeah,
throwing that
exa-
out of the
it's-
window.
Exactly. That's the point of the Tolkien campaign. It's not about fidelity to the stories as much as I love the stories. It's about seeing what changes when you change who the protagonist is. If we have a party that has some goblins and orcs in it and has some women in it, the story's gonna be way different than the fucking human, halfling, dwarf, elf sausage fest that we actually got.
See, I'm asking because I just need to know that there's not some bullshit about goblins being an always male race.
I don't give a shit.
Goblins
Yeah, I
aren't
don't
an
think
always male race.
I don't think there is, but even if they were, I don't give a fucking shit.
Sure they
Do
are.
it.
Can I be Larry the asshole race?
No, because wraiths have a lot of superpowers.
Damn.
But I mean,
Oh.
who knows what'll happen in the campaign? Maybe you will get like stabbed by a wraith,
I mean,
and you'll
you-
fail your save against wraith corruption, and you'll be a wraith party member.
Maybe you can be Larry the asshole human with Asperger.
Because I mean, that's the thing that almost happens to Frodo in Lord of the Rings. He gets stabbed by the Nazgul dagger and starting to undergo the transformation into a wraith, and he has to be saved by elf magic. So like, that is a fucking thing you guys will encounter. So
Yeah, that's a possibility.
You have Larry, who's been just a gigantic cockhole for this entire game. Then he sees a wraith going to stab his party member. He heroically throws him out of the way and gets stabbed. And like right after he gets stabbed, he goes, "Finally."
if you or Glorfindel fail a save, there may not be saving you in time, and you'll become a wraith.
Will the halflings have an advantage on that?
I think so.
Because they
Well,
Frodo
well,
like if you were stabbed a human, it would have been instant.
if we ever get
Halflings
to the
are-
point where this campaign becomes a non-hypothetical, I would love to hash out some special homebrew rules to make it a bit more Middle-earthy. And to have a bit more fun with things, but that's the base concept.
I'm totally.
We're all
up for
gonna
this.
roll up our characters the moment the stream's done, aren't we?
Exactly. Yes.
So
What level?
So if any race is on the table, what we seen on Eagles and
No. I didn't say any race was on the table. I gave you your specific list.
I'm just being shit.
He's just being an asshole.
Obviously going Urukai because Urukai, I kind of like the aesthetic and, you know, how Urukai are used in the story. And then,
Everybody knows where I'm going. Don't even pretend.
I'm gonna be a goblin because I want to do my Andrew Devoff voice.
Andrew Duboff voice?
It's the voice they based Abridged Imperfect Cell on.
Oh!
But if it's any consolation, that hurt like hell.
You do a pretty good one.
Hello, Piccolo.
Jesus Christ, DT.
So like you got the,
Let me answer your question with another question. Wanna see me drink this guy?
Damn, that was perfect.
yeah, you go a little too gravelly, but when you go the high pitch, you sound almost perfect. Like yelly, you said, "Why is this guy wearing Santa uniform?"
That is a mage goblin. Don't
No,
insult
no,
this
raises further
fashion.
questions.
That is the office Santa you just murdered. Don't try and assuage your guilt
No,
by
it-
calling him something else.
That's a magic
That was the
goblin,
office
alright?
Santa.
No!
That was the
No.
you can't
Magic
just
goblin.
You can't
Okay,
claim
okay, wait,
everyone you
wait,
killed
wait.
was a magic goblin. That was the office Santa.
Wait,
He was
just a
asking for
second.
donations to the Salvation Army, and you murdered him because it's a homophobic organization. Be honest.
Okay, but wait.
What the fuck?
Who the hell
Orcs
said
and goblins.
Who the hell said Santa wasn't a magic goblin?
Orcs and goblins are the same thing in Middle Earth.
Yes.
And
Basically.
orcs are corrupted elves.
Yes.
Therefore, a corrupted Santa would be an orc or a goblin.
That's true.
I think
Also, theoretically, could I do a jape and be an isekai protagonist in Middle Earth?
Oh my fucking god, you asshole!
That physically hurts me, I want you to know.
You know
No,
what?
look,
How
Arden!
you know what the
Arden!
story is, but it's already fucked up because this fellowship is different.
You know what? To be honest, that's kind of fucking hilarious. My only request is that you would do your best to keep it secret as a character.
Yeah.
Oh, what I'm gonna do is the character is gonna be like Barnacles and Narnia Brat.
Oh.
So Edmund,
You're a fucking Pevensey kid.
Oh.
so you're gonna be fucking Edmund in the first book. You're just gonna be a little dick.
That's gonna make the Aslan cameo way weirder than it has to be.
So yeah, I'm just a teenager or someone who is in London or World War II during the Blitz, and I get sent off to the wilds of London to some old guy's mansion and walking through a wardrobe, and suddenly I'm here.
And you're angry because it's that Lord of the Rings cock and not the good, pure writing of, you know.
Ugh. He'd know exactly how the story went, but he'd be angry because it's a different fellowship and we're fucking up the story.
And he doesn't even know the story that well, but...
Okay, one of the big rules,
The Watchstone.
no wizards, no sorcerers, you're restricted to martial classes, so things that don't have magic, and druids. Because Beorn is technically a thing.
Okay.
Because, you know, wizards and sorcerers, they don't really exist in Middle-earth. You know, the wizards you have
Well, they
are
do.
very specific beings. Well, yeah, you got you got, you know, charlatans and all that, but...
No, they actually do.
But also, you're confined to Middle Earth transformations, so you can't turn into dinosaurs.
Middle Earth actually has to have mages because they make magical weapons all the fucking time.
But not in the D&D, like, raining down fire set.
So it's more like certain spells are off limits, for example.
Yeah, you could probably make something, like, you could craft a magical weapon, but you couldn't, like,
So,
call down lightning or anything.
basically, Artificer is fine if the others are fucked.
Yeah.
What's a class I haven't done yet?
What about Rangers? They're kind of like half-casters.
Since the ranger class is specifically based on Strider, I will allow it.
I guess you could say it's some dude who's in the wild so often he gets a little bit of wild magic.
Question is, what class would my Isekai Brat be?
That's up to you.
I mean, he's a
There's a
type that-
homebrew normal class I found on the wiki not too long ago.
I don't tend to like those generalist classes. They're a little weird.
Watchstone. Now please open the gate.
Look at the seam in this guy's face, by the way. Thanks for the close-up of that.
Jesus Christ.
Also,
I feel like your isekai protagonist has to be reincarnated as a really, like, as a shitty class they're not suited to.
I bring magic from where I'm from. What magic is it? What magic is that? There's no magic that can beat my unbeatable armor. Gun.
Maybe it's like that terrible, like, Ragnarok anime, and your special power is a cell phone.
No. It would be from World War II Europe, so it would be a flashlight.
I feel like that wouldn't really work as a superpower.
I mean, you can hit someone really hard with an old
Look
World
at
War
this
II
light.
flashlight.
Look at this light, and then just they pull out any weapon that glows.
Oh, he has the sword in that little stick!
But that wouldn't fucking work.
It turns the trolls to stone.
Oh.
You're rolling that 20 on your flashlight check.
You can't beat me, I've got He-Man underwear! Holy
He's on
shit. That goblin is doing some fucking acrobatics.
Yeah, this guy's
He's doing a
fucking
goddamn
rock.
cartwheel.
Yeah.
He's a bastard and I hate him. Just fucking
Jesus.
die, you cocksucker. Take your seam face and go to hell.
Well, don't save the queen and all that. What queen? There is no queen.
I'll kill you before I fill up this diaper. Watch my words.
There it is, it's Galadriel.
Oh shit, I'm Gems.
Fucking.
It's gonna take me months to reform.
You can't
Oh.
throw me in the dungeon. I'm British.
That's all the more reason to throw you in a dungeon.
So that guy just graduated dungeon school or something? Because that is some nonsense.
He's the gate guard. You know, that's where you go to gate guard school and they teach you how to do backflips.
And
The fuck is-
cartwheels.
What the fuck have gate guards ever been competent?
This one.
Right now.
If I wasn't a tiny hobbit with crotch stabbing powers, he would have won.
All fall before the might of kidney stone and scream.
I'm looking for my 3 siblings. Have you seen them?
Oh no.
I was in this cupboard after my younger sister told me about a Mr. Tumney or something.
Yeah, known pedophile Mr. Tumnus. We've been trying to capture him for a while.
Dear God, I must save my family.
Okay, I'm speeding this up because this part sucks. Look at all this fucking lockpicking that I'm trying to do.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Salt.
There's a lot of
This is
salt.
Yeah, this is flying by.
Mm.
Holy shit! The time limit of this is nonsense.
Even when it's not spit up, yeah. Fuck this minigame.
Why is this not taking a lot of health from you?
Well, it's a poison one, so if you go back right back into it before any of your health goes down, you're fine. That's why I'm being so stubborn about this one.
Okay, so it's very
Finally.
doable, it's just a pain in the ass.
Finally. My trials are over.
Was it worth it?
No.
Jesus H. Christ.
I hate the fucking minigame! I hate it so much. Alright. Oh look, it's an actual sneaking mission that I have to do. I'm forced to do it because these guards are too fucking tough for me at this point.
Oh, wow.
There's Balfour. I need to set him
Okay,
free.
what's the naming scheme for goblins? I've got to draw now.
Generally they have very guttural names, so like, when I'm making up a kaiju name and don't want to actually research something, so I just make a couple of guttural sounds and transcribe it. Like, they have names like Shagrat and Snagga and Ugluck and
Yeah, they're usually either short or descriptive.
Gorebag.
There's a couple of them that have like body part names.
Grubnuck, Grunkgonk, Ergberg.
Honestly, Krugbit was a very good orc
Yeah.
Yes.
name.
Quite a
Like-
bit fit.
Tolkien specifically designed the language of goblins, you know, the black speech, to be as unpleasant sounding as possible, so just string a bunch of consonants together in a very guttural, animalistic fashion that feels kind of hard to say without snarling or hissing.
Ironically, they're still very good singers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Down the goblin town.
That's the reason that they talk in common speech, is because the Black Tongue has so many variations of it that they can't talk to each other if they're from different tribes.
Yeah, that's one of the really interesting details he drops about the goblins, that like when not controlled by a leader like Sauron or Saruman or Morgoth, the goblins inevitably stop talking to each other and start developing their own little cultures. And you kind of feel bad. It's like, you know, maybe if you gave them several hundreds of years without being ruled by somebody, they'd develop a culture that's not based around warfare. There's a tragedy of the goblins that a lot of people miss when they read those books, because they're looking for them to be one-dimensionally evil.
Baggins.
Because they're
How about the
stupid.
gods?
People
Get
are
me
dumb.
out of this cage. How?
Should I be a
That switch
British
opens the
isekai
gate to the
protagonist
cell.
or Japanese?
What about the god?
Oh my fucking
Once
god.
this
Both
gate
of
is
them.
open,
I
you
go
won't
with
have to
British
worry
because I
about
like
him
Sinarni.
I really do like the idea that you're a Narni. kids stuck in the Tolkien world.
Yeah, that's really fun.
It's funny as hell. Also, the dwarves screamed at the goblins there to distract them. Hey goblins, you're just the filthy spawn of an elf. Which is the best insult I've ever heard.
Wow.
Just because it's true doesn't mean you should say it. We have feelings too.
I'm not filthy, I bathe in mud every day.
That is the best insult.
My mother scored. Me mom scored good with dad. My mom was a lovely woman.
My mother was a saint, you ass.
I never thought Spawn was particularly filthy as a comic. A little gory, sure, but...
Oh my fucking god.
The K-bait or not the K-bait? That is the question.
I don't find any comic filthy ever since I read Fritz the Cat.
Run, Bilbo, run, Bilbo, run, Bilbo. Ah!
I can do a British accent or I can do the rasp. This seems more fun.
Fair enough. So we freed him, and the motherfucker in the YOLO.
Leisure Suit Bilbo.
No.
Wins.
He's got like 500 years of pissed off behind him.
How did they hold you again?
Follow that path. The minecart will take you out
Not
of
very
these
well.
goblin caves.
No. How were you ever, like, a prisoner when you can just wholesale beat ass?
The goblins had to catch him sleeping, or if he had been awake, there would have been a fight.
Yes.
They last unicorned him. Got it.
So,
Fuck these crates! I don't want to hide behind them anymore!
That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. Because I did that 5 times that you didn't see. I was very frustrated at this point. Also, there's money in some.
So when I start in just a British boarding school uniform.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like a good isekai protagonist, you're transported into the body of something.
Well, not usually, because it doesn't work with Digimon.
Well, I'm talking about a shit. I was thinking like a shit isekai, not a good isekai.
Well, I'm talking about Narnia, which is a good isekai.
Is it?
Comparatively, yes.
Yeah, okay. Comparatively.
I like the one. I like the spider one, but I might be a little bit biased.
The spider one looks cute.
Otherwise, I'd be tempted to embody of elf.
You know what? You showing up in a British boarding school uniform is fucking hilarious.
I don't know, a British schoolboy appearing in the body of an elf is also pretty funny.
A British schoolboy just appearing.
Or
in
British
the middle
schoolgirl, I
of the
haven't decided yet.
Yeah, the British schoolboy just appearing is the funniest option. You just walk out of a corpse of trees.
So if you did appear in the body of a pre-existing character, does that mean the pre-existing character is in the body of you back home?
Oh my god.
That is a shitty isekai one of us pitched once, the idea of like a reverse situation where a baker from the Middle Ages is transported to Japan and revolutionizes things with his unique methods.
What the fuck? Oh my god. Kitties.
Yeah. Asshole cat.
Good kitty. Bother K. But yeah, I am totally down for this campaign whenever it happens. Because now it's an inevitability.
Mm-hmm.
All it took was me pitching my isekai protagonist. That's how you know that the Lord of the Rings is about to get fucked up.
Oh, it was already gonna be fucked up. It's us.
I mean, let's be honest, the chances of me not making Smaug into a sympathetic, likable character are slim.
Oh, you mean Smog.
Yeah.
Not movie Smog, which is just a big dumb animal, basically.
No, it's gonna be TT Smog, and that's gonna be interesting.
Well, you look like a Snarf.
No.
Oh, I like that.
It's gonna be TT Smog.
Oh,
I
I noticed.
No, Hobbit suicide bomber.
No, I noticed that I was going to level up, so I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna go level up and go back and do some more of this fucking lock picking.
By the way, how is my brother Kevin doing?
Oh, Kevin. Beloved icon of cinema.
It's the best head. I love that they gave him that sort of personality.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have to, but they were, you know, movie makers that cared about things.
It's a good fucking movie, I don't care what anyone says.
I didn't care what anybody said in the first place.
Yeah, same.
So I'm skipping that gold chest back there and opening that chest with this key because it's the more important chest. That other one
Okay.
can go die.
Okay, name-wise, I'm torn between something that actually sounds like it could reasonably be a goblin name, or just calling myself Gorothy.
Gorothy is kind of awesome.
Please do Gorothy.
Okay, that's what my character calls you. Alright, I can't say that, so I'm just gonna call you Gorothy.
Works for me.
Yeah, just have something that hurts your throat to say it, and Kay's character can go, yeah, no.
Also, God, instead of like becoming a good king and queen and naughty, I come back as the new Dark Lord.
White Queen, I have a marriage proposal for you.
Fuck yeah.
That's funny. That'd be funny if I did that coming back if I play a girl.
God damn it, Bilbo.
What's up?
God damn it, Bilbo. I'm blaming it on Bilbo and not my poor jumping skills.
Oh.
It's clearly
The
Bilbo's
camera's not
fault.
helping.
The camera never helps. Where's the ledge? There we go. Ledge?
Camera.
Oh, you're a man.
True
Also,
error.
every time I say I'm from another world, they're like, "Oh, you're a man from the east." A wicked, foul person.
Okay, the men from the east are not wicked and foul.
Men from the west or whatever. The ones who wrote the elephants.
None of them are wicked and foul.
There's
those
actually
were
a whole speech where they're like, you know, what lies brought this person here, you know? Did this person actually want to raid us, or would they rather be at home?
the men of the east were the ones with the elephants. Are called Easterlings in some places.
Southrons.
Like,
Also, I was more
it's
doing
still a little racist, but like, it's not quite as explicit as that. Like,
I just meant like regular tavern goers mocking me.
okay, yeah.
Jumping to that conclusion. Oh, wicked men from the east. Oh, okay. No,
Also-
that's true. It's just that, you know, dumb tavern.
Yeah, that's fair.
Suddenly now all goblins are ninjas.
Yes. These kinds of goblins in particular, the really kind of big ones with the shields.
You can't get your yellow hot pants unless you've gone to ballet school. I'm not sticking with red. It doesn't go well with my skin complexion.
Goblin fashion.
That's
Also,
true.
I know they're
Caught
a
him
thing
named
in
for a
the
week.
in the game, but are like wingless drakes a thing in Tolkien?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think called like cold
Looks
drakes
like
or
this is
something.
the way out of here.
there are dragons with legs but no wings. There are dragons who can't breathe fire, and there are dragons who can breathe fire. And sometimes the wingless dragons can't breathe fire, and sometimes they can. Like
And
Cold
sometimes
Drake.
they breathe bubble, and sometimes they breathe bubble gum.
Cold Drake refers to dragons
with
who
the
are
trolley,
capable
eh?
of breathing fire. And fire drakes are dragons who can. I don't recall a term specifically for wingless dragons, but I think there might be one.
In the game, they went by fire drakes when they were like baby dragons.
Uroloki.
Yeah.
Lovely, a card sequence.
Yeah, they're great.
Always great.
Trouble's a trolley, aye?
Oh shit, we're in one of the later Silent Hill game.
Or the original Donkey Kong Country.
Can't wait till we face
Or
the guy
Spyro
with the
2,
giant
Ripto's
face and a
Rage.
monocle.
Wait until we find a giant fucking vulture who coughs coconuts.
Yeah, I'm making you watch all of my failures.
Yeah, this looks horrible.
It's fucking terrible.
Also, is Bilbo having a stroke? He's just flailing around like a
You know, when
That's
adapting
me.
The Hobbit,
Desperately
we
trying to
could have
hit any of
just
these
had
switches.
Bilbo, climb out of the hole, but we thought, wouldn't it be more true to the spirit of Tolkien if he had a very long, protracted chase scene where he was in a minecart? And Minecraft's really big these days, so I figured, fuck it.
Oh shit! Hi. You don't need to
And
do that.
it took 40 minutes of screen time, which made us closer to getting to the 7 movies that the studio wanted us to make.
There.
So there we go.
Okay, Jackson was turning into George Lucas, now Ringo Starr.
Jackson needs to make up his goddamn mind.
It's Peter Jackson, baby, yeah.
Alright, what was the last name of the Narnia kids again? The
Pevensey. Pevensey.
Okay, I need to figure out a parody name of that.
I don't even know what the fuck Pevensey means.
That's a British name that means, my cock is shaped like a trout.
It's probably Old English or something.
I drank a cherry Pevensey with breakfast this morning.
Correct you saying a pevance is a type of currency?
No, that's a pence.
Oh, okay.
So a shekel C?
Oh my fucking god.
Are you gonna be Jewish?
I have no idea. I'm still coming up with this. It'd be funny to the Christian overtones of the Hardian to make the
Lord.
Oh.
Always
and
half
Lord of
this
the Rings
video.
for that matter, so that's double funny.
Always half this video is us coming up with stupid D&D characters.
Well, that's what we do. We just kind of devolve into making.
But it's Lord of the Rings themed, so.
Look, there's only so many jokes we can make about minecart before we get
Yeah,
to
what the
rails.
hell are we supposed to be
Yeah.
talking about right here? The stupid
That's
minecart
fair.
scene sucks.
What revolution are we on? 8?
I mean, I got to one place I'm supposed to be going. Now I have to get to the other place. And he just will not hit these fucking switches when I tell him to.
Am I going insane, or was there actually a sequence like this in Jackson's Hobbit movies? I feel like there was a sequence of fighting on the rails.
I can't remember.
Don't remember, because I've only once and that's it.
Here I am again. Don't
We could have
worry.
completed this trip and been home by now if you let me bring my whippet.
Is it painted like a cheetah?
Well, obviously.
Is there any other time?
The art that introduces our D&D game should be all of us in a minecart.
Oh lord.
Okay, I'm out of here. I'm out of the minecart sequence.
Oh, thank the gods.
We get the best face in the game.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
so his neck is broken. Game over. Let's go. No,
Hey, where'd the cart
seriously.
go?
It disappeared. Just like Bilbo's broken neck.
Yeah, Bilbo was fucked. There's no way.
The rest of the movie is just his dying dream.
Just like Pokemon.
Also, are you a white witch? My younger sister warned me about a white witch. No, darling, I'm the best witch.
You see that's a Galadriel. It goes, no, I'm no witch. And it's in the back like, bitch.
Tiny things live here.
I have a feeling we're about to see Gollum.
We might be about to see Gollum. So this cave is kind of bitchin' inside. It's really
Oh, yeah.
interesting.
It's a nice set piece.
Yeah, I'm gonna look across. Look at it. It's really kind of cool down here.
It's a neat illusion of depth they have going.
That doesn't look too bad for a PlayStation 2 game.
No, I said it's a nice illusion of depth.
Yeah.
It took me a second to figure out where it began and ended.
Hello, what's this? A ring?
So that is a
You
giant
know-
fucking ring.
You know,
Where was Gollum wearing that?
It shrinks, you know
Look,
that.
we all know Gollum wears his ring on his. We all know it. We don't
Discord
wanna-
censored
don't wanna
you when
face-
you said that, by the way.
We don't want to face the facts, but we all know where he puts that ring, and it's on his big, fat, gray little sausage.
That's why it's so big. It's stretched out. The reason why the ring can't get Gollum to do anything or call out to others because it's too busy screaming harder, Daddy.
He's self-lubricating. Yes, precious.
No.
Lost again in the tunnels, Bilbo found a gleaming.
Okay, I love cartoon Bilbo because he
He
just
put the
looks like such a
mysterious ring in his
derp.
pocket.
He is a bit of a derp.
Then
Look at his
he
face.
realized he was not alone.
Woo!
Also, here comes Gollum.
Bilbo
And
introduced
Gollum,
himself
if you'll
to the
notice in the
mysterious creature
artwork here,
named
has
Gollum.
hairy feet.
They agreed to play the
Oh, that's
ancient
nice.
game of
A
riddles.
nice
I
little
like
touch.
The rules were simple.
He looks
If
suitably
Gollum lost the
fucked, but
game,
yeah, you
he
can
would
kind of
show
see his
Bilbo
origins.
the way out. But if Bilbo lost, Gollum would eat a taste.
And they clearly went with the,
and he
Bilbo would
Bilbo
cook.
could
Bilbo.
think of
Very
more
good
riddles.
cooking skill.
they clearly went off of the cartoon Gollum there a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I noticed that cartoon Gollum kind of resembles Mr. Toad from Mr. Toad's Wild Ride a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
What have I got in my pocket?
A penis.
Well, that's my riddle.
Knife, this string, nothing.
All wrong. Now, show me the way out.
Also, the CGI Bilbo kind of freaks me the fuck out a little bit.
Yeah.
I really don't like him.
Oh god, Gollum moves like a frog.
What have I got in my pocket?
Oh God, it's covered in semen.
Oh, look, I can see that I'm invisible.
Sorry,
What has it got in its nest?
but the deep voice Gollum is a bit disturbing.
Wait a minute, is that Scott McNeil?
Bilbo
I have
followed
no
Gollum
idea
out
who
of the
that
cave
is.
Shit, it does
and
sound
found
like
his friends on the
Dinobot.
other side
Holy
of the
fuck.
Misty Mountains.
It did with the yell,
They
I
were
don't
not out of
know.
danger.
I'm gonna look it up
A
now.
pack of wild wolves.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Radio.
Also, look at fucking
Behold,
Gandalf's
I have
fingernails.
stigmata.
You see his fucking fingernails? Like, Jesus, dude. Trim those back.
Let's see, I have... This was made in 2003. Yeah, it was. Jesus.
Look, Gandalf's using magic again. You know, like that thing he does.
The trees.
We're the goblins who don't wear hot
man.
pants, and we're way more competent than those weird Chippendale dancer goblins you fought in there.
I've called us an Uber!
They'll only eat one of you, so get on!
Don't have a cast page, as far as I can tell.
Doesn't surprise me.
Also, fucking.
When they reached safety, Gandalf said
I think from
goodbye
now
to
on
his
we're just
old
gonna
friend,
devolve
the
into
Lord of the
Lord
Eagles.
of the Rings D&D
At the
characters.
edge of
Ooh,
the
IMDb, never mind.
Gandalf announced he was leaving again. He showed them
Fuck
a
off,
trail through
Lord.
the forest.
Yeah,
and
the
warned
next
them not to
the
stray
next
from
level
the
is
path.
Mirkwood, and Mirkwood
Soon
is
their
full of
supplies ran
spiders.
low.
Let's
One
see,
day, the
Gandalf,
hungry dwarves
Thorin.
saw wood elves feasting in the forest, and they left the path.
Like a bunch
Oh.
of
Wood
cockholes.
elves vanished.
Duran Norris
Bilbo
was
found
Gollum.
himself lost.
The fucking face.
I don't know who the fuck Duran Norris is.
I don't think anybody knows who that is.
And
He's like a type of sausage.
he's
Exactly.
also Bomber. He was Gollum and Bomber.
Hmm.
A surprisingly little doubling up on voices.
A little bit.
Yeah. I'm just surprised, because usually lower budget games have a lot of doubling up.